Now continue our weekly land report segment in partnership with the American Society of Farm Managers and Rural Appraisers. We're bringing you timely updates on land use and value throughout the country with top rural property professionals. Past President Doug Hodge joins us now for an update from his region. Doug, a pleasure to have you here. I got to tell you, here in Nashville, I have so many friends that are from Michigan, and I have been schooled on Michigan agriculture. They all talk, of course, how much they love their apples there, but I know ag is very diverse. So paint a picture of ag across the state for us.
Okay, thanks, Suzanne. And, Michigan is a very diverse state, and we are second only to California in the diversity of our agriculture with over 300 commodities that are grown in Michigan. And I always like to say it's everything from apples to zinnias and with a lot in between. So, Michigan ranks number one in asparagus production, cucumbers, and tart cherries, along with black beans and squash. And so then we, rank third in also a number of commodities, including, apple production. We're third there. And floriculture is also a large part of our ag economy here in Michigan, along with the normal, dairy, beef, poultry, swine, corn, soybeans, etc. So, but we do have a very diverse economy.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people might be surprised to hear that. But only second to California. Pretty amazing. Talk about some of the trends. Any trends that you're seeing that affect Michigan ag presently?
Well, I think a lot of the trends that are affecting agriculture nationwide are going to affect Michigan as well. With dairy prices being down, that's going to have a large effect on our dairy economy, which is very strong in the Thumb region, which is where I'm from. And if you look at Michigan, the Thumb area is a strong ag area, along with central Michigan and southwestern Michigan. But I think trend-wise, the generally economic trends of higher interest rates and labor is going to be significant. When we look at some of the specialty crops, the labor requirements for the specialty crops are much higher than they are for typical row crops. So those are all going to be significant impacts on Michigan agriculture this year and probably into the future as well.
Doug, on this segment, we have talked to a lot of guys out west, and one of the big things that they're bringing up is urban sprawl. That is a big problem as far as farmland and really taking a hit on farmland values. Can you speak to that? Are you seeing that in your state?
We're seeing some urban sprawl. I don't think it's quite as extensive as it used to be. And I say used to be, probably prior to the 2008 impacts of the housing crisis at that point in time. But we still see urban sprawl around the metro areas. And, we're just north of Detroit. And so we are impacted greatly by population moving out our way and north out of the Detroit suburbs. So yes, it remains to be a concern. We continue to lose farmland. And I think one of the biggest concerns that I see is the fact that so many people want to come out and they want to own their own little slice of heaven, whether it's, 5 acres or 10 acres. And they build a house on, half acre, and there's 8 or 9 acres that have been taken out of ag production for that. And it just basically grows up to weeds. So, continues to be a problem. And I think it always probably will be as long as the population continues to want to move out of the city and into the country.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of transition during COVID from people moving out of urban areas and wanting to live in a rural environment.
Yeah, it is a big problem, and we're hearing it across the board. Just taking ag, that land out of being produced for agriculture. It's very frustrating, across the board for everybody. Doug, thank you so much for your insight today on Michigan agriculture. Doug Hodge with the American Society of Farmers, Managers, and Rural Appraisers. Appreciate him joining us, and you can tune in each Wednesday at 1:30 Eastern for a weekly land report update.